Hello everyone and welcome to a video with a bit of a difference to our usual content here on this channel. My name's Jack Williams and I'm one half of JTW Aviation Images. Tom is at the moment otherwise engaged, so can't appear in this little voiceover. However, I'd just like to start off by saying thank you very much for giving this video a watch. This is a vlog of what it's like to spend a week at the Royal International Air Tattoo. The air show in question that this video is about is, as the title says, RIAT 2025. And I'm actually filming this on the 4th of July 2026. So first of all, happy 250th birthday, America. This year is a little different, unfortunately, because this year the Royal International Air Tattoo will not be going ahead. We all know the reason why. In fact, it's the exact same reason why myself and Tom couldn't make our anticipated trip to Dubai in March, the war in the Middle East. At this current time, there are still US Air Force B-1B bombers at RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire. The B-52s have gone home. So back to this video. Why now? Well, we always anticipated to bring you this video prior to the show. We just didn't think it would be this week in particular, to be truthfully honest. But before you sit back, relax and enjoy not just video content, but also at the end of the video, some of our best images and our favourite images, indeed, of the show, we would just like to issue something that is unavoidable with regards to last year's event. Many of you will know that one of the participants of the Royal International Air Tattoo 2025 was the Polish Air Force F-16 Tiger demo team. Leading the team and indeed the display pilot was Major, and I apologise if I pronounce the name incorrectly, Major Maciej Krakowian, call sign Slab. Whilst Slab was flying a display practice in Poland a month and a half later after the show in anticipation of the Radom Airshow, he was tragically killed in a flying accident. His tragic death was felt all across the aviation community, and it was, in my opinion, possibly made even more tragic because at this particular show we're talking about now, RIAT 2025, he had won the As the Crow Flies trophy for the best overall flying demonstration as voted for by RIAT members, the same organisation that myself and Tom are ultimately part of at Fairford. Our thoughts at JTW Aviation Images go out to everyone who knew him, his colleagues, his friends, his family. And the reason I'm making this little statement before we get into the video is because myself and Tom did think very, very deeply about whether or not we wanted to include him and indeed the team in this show. And we very quickly decided that it would be an insult if we didn't. We know that that decision to include him is maybe by some not going to be a popular decision, but in our opinion, we would like to remember him by the way and what he did best, which was ultimately to wow us aviation enthusiasts in the skies above. Without further ado then, RIAT 2025 from our perspective.
Hello everyone. Who fancies a little video with a difference? You join us, actually in the services at Nestcliff, on the way down to this year's Royal International Air Tattoo. Tom's in the car in front, I'm in this one, mine. We've got a lot of stuff. We're camping at Totterdown and we're going to bring you with us. We are about to show you 6 days of what we call our week of the year. RIAT 25. Let's do this. So we're not going to, bore you with the journey, but when I snap my fingers, we're going to be in Totterdown. So 3, 2, 1, and here we are. We've arrived at Totterdown. Look at my hair going everywhere. Unbelievable. Say hello, Joe. This is Joe Maskery, our good mate, whose pitch we've also somewhat borrowed, I think we'd say, for the rest of the week. He's also going to be here. So, and there's Tom with a big hammer.
Sadly, this is only nailing I get to do.
This is a family programme, Tom. Whoop. Well, we've set the tent up and now we're having some pizza. Yes, he is wearing Greg's pyjamas and Crocs. Honest to God. And then there's Tom, who's not wearing Greg's pyjamas and Crocs. And we've got a bar. That's pretty good, isn't it? So pizza and pints. Sounds like a pretty good day to me. Yeah, I didn't think this through. I need to open it with 2 hands. There we are. Thank you very much. No, I will not have the vegan wrap here, Tom. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is mostly yellow, but looks all right. Let's see how it tastes. Well, we're in the tent. It's the end of the first day that we're down here, but not the first day overall. That is tomorrow. So tomorrow is the start of RIAT 2025. So it's time to say the night, and we'll see you in the morning. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's day 1 of the Royal International Air Tattoo. We're just driving up to Park and View now. There is Tom.
Wednesday arrivals, here we come.
Yes, indeed, Tom. It's Wednesday arrivals, day 1, and we're about to drive to Fairford, go through the gates. Now, the gates don't open until 7:30. It is only just approaching 6:25 at this current time when this is being filmed. Well, what a beautiful morning here in the Cotswolds. And for anyone who doesn't know about RIAT and what you can expect on day 1 of arrivals, first of all, go and watch my TikTok from 3 years ago. And secondly, what will happen today is the first of all of the aircraft participants will arrive today. Now, some may be in the flying display. Most will probably be in the static display. I think it's okay to say that most will be arriving.
Most of the static display arrive, and then you also get some practices from the aircraft in the flying display.
So there might be some validations. Now, a lot of people ask, you know, how do you know what's coming? How do I know? Is there any information about what is coming? And the simple answer is yes, there is. Oh, okay. Lots of traffic for Park and View this morning.
Actually opened the gate yet?
There's us saying they opened the gates, and it turns out no, they haven't yet. So we could be here for a little bit. Yeah, this is just the queue to get into Park and View. It is just off that way. I know you can't see because of the hedges, but it is off that way. But yeah, we'll just queue in now. We'll get in, and hopefully we can start seeing some aircraft. What I meant as well, in fact, I'm going to turn this around, so bear with. So whilst we're just waiting here for the gates to open, I just thought I'd fill you in. So I mentioned just briefly then, how do you know what's coming? And the simple answer is you do get a little bit of an idea what is coming. And that is by something called the Sheet of Lies. It's officially called an aircraft... Well, actually, what is it called? It's the aircraft
Daily
flying program. That's the
daily
one.
movements program.
Yeah, so there's normally a sheet of paper on A4 that is opened up, and it's produced by RIAT at the Park and View areas. You can get this, no problem at all. And what you effectively do is that's a list in almost timetable format of, at this time this aircraft is expected, and at this time this aircraft is expected, etc. Although it's called the Sheet of Lies because absolutely guarantee it is not stuck to. Absolutely not stuck to. I'll get my finger in the way there. Every year aircraft will go, for example, they'll delay, they'll have a particular problem, which means they can't fly on that particular day. So as a result, it's anyone's guess, and it's not really confirmed until the wheels touch down on the ground. So that is to be expected. I think we're just moving up slightly, Tom, so we can move slightly forward. But yeah, slow progress again this morning, and yeah, we should be starting to get in shortly. Hallelujah, guys, we are now moving. So this finally getting to move on, although apologies for the somewhat shaky camera work. This lane is rutted, and despite multiple requests, it doesn't get widened and it doesn't get done. So yeah, amazing. One thing that we do know that is turning up today, supposedly, won't find out until the sheet of lies, are the pair of Pakistan Air Force JF-17 Thunders and the support aircraft and the static C-130E. The support aircraft is IL-78, isn't
Midas.
it?
Yeah.
Midas, yeah. I keep getting confused between the IL-76 and 78, but I think the 78 is the refueler, isn't it?
Yeah, 78's a refueling version.
That's fair enough then. Oof, that's blinding. That's it, lads, just keep progressing. We say an absolutely beautiful day. The only thing about here is you have to go on a hill start depending on who's who. But if you just look over there, those are the car parks. And you can just about see the queue to get in, although we won't be getting in for another 45 minutes yet, 6:45. So it'll be a good case of standing around and chatting with your fellow airshow goers. So, hoodies on. I'm just about to join the queue. Now everyone will need to queue for about 45 minutes until the gates open. But I think in this light, I'm absolutely okay about that, because it's beautiful.
He ends up winning the bid. He goes up for his first sortie, but this time he still had a very strong. Because of the W.
Yeah.
And air traffic control.
Yeah.
Right, so we're now in, and this is the daily flying programme for today, Wednesday 16th of July, and we've got some absolute highlights on today. So might be hard to read, but we have at 9:04, we have the Lockheed C-130E arrival of the Pakistan Air Force 6th Squadron, the Antelopes, followed 4 minutes later at 9:10 local time, the Lockheed C-5M Super Galaxy, which I'm absolutely delighted at, because this is our current view. And as you can see, those cones will be removed, definitely. But the C5 is going to taxi off the runway here. It's going to come this way, and it'll go all the way down to. Apparently, it's going in the middle of the spot, the bomber loop. So about here, maybe. I don't know. Someone could let me know. That would be great. But this is Park and View West. Now, they say west is best. It totally depends on a couple of factors. Number one, if you want a landing shot and the wind is blowing this way for landing, they will land this way. It isn't today, so the landing shots are going to be over at Park and View East, down there, so we will get the taxiing shots. So, yeah, happy about that. This is where myself and Tom tend to go. You can get some really nice shots and taxiing, especially because if they use Alpha Loop here, then that gives a really nice head-on, even if they go off at Bravo. What you don't want to hear is an aircraft going off Charlie. Now, these are the old, as far as I'm aware, the old, I'm trying to think, what designations? Taxi, exits and entry points on the runway? I think they did change the naming, so I'm just going off the old ones here. But yeah, delighted to be here and looking forward to another good day. There we go, daily flying programme. Let's have a look. It did start off, but let's see what we've got. So, got the aforementioned Hercules and Galaxy. And then we've got... These tend to be early now. We've got the Hawk T2 from RAF Valley. Looking forward to that.
being North Walian, and the Hawk is one of our favourite aircraft. If anyone's not been to our Valley a Days spotting, you're missing out. You really are. It's an absolutely fantastic base. Very picturesque and a lot of places to shoot from. So, yeah, very good. Ooh, Tornado IDS of the Luftwaffe's Taktische Luftwaffengeschwader. Lovely. Spanish Casa C295M. 2 Czechs. I think it'll be 2 Czechs. We had some news earlier this week that unfortunately the Czech Gripen that was going to be in the flying display, unfortunately it's now only static due to the display pilot suffering an injury which has prevented them from actually performing the demo. 1220 Pakistan Air Force JF-17C Thunder, that will be impressive. A couple of Typhons of the Spanish Air Force. Then we have the IL-78P Midas tanker from the Pakistan Air Force. Some Sokols, NH-90s and Wildcats, looking good. Moving on to around lunchtime, we've got 1306 the Kohler, and then look at this. 10 past 1, Rockwell B-1B Lancer, United States Air Force Global Strike Command, 37th Bomb Squadron. Lovely. Then the Italians turn up with the Typhoon and the Master. Moving on down, 1340 Royal New Zealand Air Force 40 Squadron.
What's the best thing to tap into for scanner?
I would personally choose RIAT Tower.
RIAT air traffic.
Yep, RIAT air traffic will be standard. F-18C Hornet at just after 2 o'clock. Looking forward to that. Anyone who knows us knows we love Finland. Actually going back in September.
Interesting.
There you go. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Please look out for that video that will be coming up in September. Qatari C-17. Always love the big tails. Again, though, these are the sheet of lies, so these are just the anticipated times. Polish F-16s at just after 4:30. Hellenic Mirage at 4:45. Red Arrows arrive at just after 5 o'clock.
Especially because the Book of Lies doesn't even have the red arrows right, and that's a public no-down.
Here's one for you, just seen here. The Douglas R4D of the Commemorative Air Force arrives just after 5 o'clock as well.
That'd be also good. That'd be really easy, yeah.
Fiat G91 is 5:30.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
T346 Master. And then we've got a couple of rehearsals this evening. So just after 6 o'clock, we have the PZL Svidnik W3A Sokol for rehearsal and validation. So it seems like there's 2 parts for that. Then a Luftwaffe A400M rehearsal. And then, slightly frustratingly, the Sikorsky HKP-16 Blackhawk arrives after the Park and View is closed. That's the other thing, it's only open until a specific time each day. I think it's might even be 5 o'clock. So there we go. That is the daily flying programme for Wednesday 16th of July. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully I'll film as much content as I can. I am just using an iPhone though, so please do not be thinking this is going to be anything like Fra Productions HD video work. It's not going to be on the same level as those geniuses, I'm afraid. But nevertheless, let's have a good day.
Based on the eyewitness accounts, what did you get both? What do you want? Alright. Too bad it's a G600, or as I'm going to call it, Gagoo.
first couple of arrivals in. Very nice, C5 and C130. So I think that's now time to get some well-earned scrap. We haven't actually ate anything yet today, so it's just approaching 10 o'clock, so I'm absolutely starving. So let's go and get some food then. Let's hope this tastes okay.
The cockpits are very sleek, the glass. Can you read that on the side?
Unfortunately not, no. It appears to be in Arabic.
I did not realize they were two-seaters.
Yeah, there's enough space in the front for a passenger. Yeah, Blade used to do passenger runs as well. They'd stick the passenger in the front.
There's enough space in the front for Izzy. I don't know about a regular size unit.
No, there's plenty of space.
So we're just taking a breather. The Royal Jordanian Falcons are validating at the moment. Unfortunately, because where we are at Park and View West, you are miles away from crowd centre, so you would need a significantly long lens just to even get a smidgen of a shot. As well as that, there's a fair bit of heat haze, although it has clouded over, so time, I think, to enjoy a nice cappuccino. Tom, are you having a good day?
I'm having a good day. Shame about the B1, you know.
Oh yeah, meant to say, with updates, so unfortunately for the second day running, a B1 Lancer has gone tech in the States from Grand Forks, where they're operating from. The aircraft is based at Ellsworth, but they're having work done at the base, so they've gone redeployed rather to Grand Forks. But it seems there's been an issue with a second B1 again, so we still only have one B1 at Fairford, and that B1 turned up yesterday at about 1 o'clock when we were on the journey, so we never got to see that. So fingers crossed we are actually going to be able to see that. We'll have to just wait and see about what comes in tomorrow. It's what we told you about the sheet of lies. The sheet of lies, it definitely does lie, but we know these things, you know, technical, operational, servicing commitments do take preference. Obviously, that is one thing that needs to be stated straight away. Just because an aircraft's been confirmed for an air show doesn't guarantee its participation. You can even be at the air show, the aircraft's arrived, validated, and then it needs to cancel. That happened a few years ago with French Navy's ATL-2 aircraft. It had validated on the Wednesday, there was a break on the Thursday, and then early on the Friday the aircraft was seen departing RIAT, and it never came back. It had unfortunately been called back to France, so these things happen, cancellations do happen. But nevertheless, we will await with bated breath to see what happens with the B1. A couple more things to come in later. We've got, like we say, the Royal Jordanian Falcons are validating right now, or rehearsing. The German Army's NH90 has also rehearsed. There's a wasp trying to go with my coffee. Wait, this is my coffee. So this is tonight's meal. It's chips bought from the local burger van here at Totterdown, but as you can see by the array of cooking utensils, including that that's spilled over, but we'll clean that up. We cooked a delicious couple of cans of stag chili, and it's going down an absolute treat. Although there's a slight disadvantage, I have managed to burn my finger on the pan. You might be able to see that just raising up. So considering it's not my trigger hand, but it is the hand that I hold the lens with, so tomorrow's going to be an interesting day, and so is Friday, but hey, it's all worth it for the best 6 days of the year. I think you'll agree. Now I'm going to go off and enjoy this, and if I manage to film any more content for you guys tonight, then brilliant. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for day 3 overall, but day 2 of the Royal International Air Tattoo.
Timber.
Well, good morning. It's day 2 of the Royal International Air Tattoo. As you can see, we've had some rain overnight and this morning. Tom, how are you feeling?
Perky.
Perky. Yeah, I am too. It's going to be a good day today. Second day.
The free at stand, so.
Indeed, first day of being able to go in the free out stand. There's boss already getting about, so that's good. Yeah, so we're seeing first day of the free out stand. We're looking forward to the second day of arrivals and practices. Should be a good day. We've got our mate, he's still sleeping. He doesn't go into free out though. But maybe next year, Joe. Making our way out of the car park and on to the queue for RIAT. Now, there will be a queue this morning. We're going in about 8 o'clock. And you'll see in a moment what I mean. There we go. There it is, just on the right hand side there. So we'll just join the back of this queue and we'll wait about an hour to get in. Gates open 8 o'clock for RIAT. Hi. Yeah, so we're actually just going into a holding area.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
It's always a special one when you come through here. So we're in the queue for RIAT, but one thing that I'm just noticing is missing is last year, and indeed this year, we were told that we'd have a waiting area with toilets and somewhere to buy tea, coffee, refreshments, that sort of thing. The only toilets are those, and they're behind the gate that you can go in for, well, there, and then you'd go in and turn right, but there's nowhere to buy any refreshments like tea or coffee or anything. But considering they've opened the gates for us all to walk in at 7 and then told us it's actually 8:30 they're opening, that is quite poor. There's nowhere to buy a drink or anything. You know, not even Park and View East or West has this problem because they've got toilets on site. Yes, they haven't got anything to buy anything, but at least they've got accessible toilets. Whereas the only toilets here I can see are those, and they're only available when you get on base at 8:30. So, would like to speak to RIAT about that, because that's it's a bit of a failing for this year, unfortunately. Well, back on RAF Fairford. It's literally, as you'll see at the end of this video, it's literally the worst walk of the week. When you walk back, and like for example, this A330 MRTT is not there, the Qatari C-17 isn't there. This is all empty, etc. It's looking good so far. Nice. RNZAF 757 there. Now in the past, the RIAT stand used to be right in front here, but there were some new regulations that came in after last year's RIAT, which said that the control tower had to have an uninterrupted view of the entire runway. And unfortunately, where the RIAT stand was previously placed was obstructing the view. So hence it's moved 70 metres to the left. So let's just see if it's made any major difference to the actual location. Alright, let's go get our seat. About bacon. We get some bacon and eggs. Yeah, so first impressions are it's definitely bigger than it was last year to accommodate.
Green cranberry baguette.
Oh, get in. So one thing you'll know about myself and Tom is that we have, for years we loved the brie and cranberry paninis, but they stopped selling them because the company that did them, they no longer did the air tattoo. So that place does brie and cranberry. There we go. I'll try that again. Brie and cranberry paninis / baguettes in this case. So that is definitely where we'll be going later to test them out.
I'm gonna pick it up later.
Oh, it's great to be back. Well, we've just had some breakfast, lovely bacon and egg bat. And we're waiting for first arrival, which is due at, is it 9:46 local time?
It's due now.
KC-46 is due now?
Yeah, it's due. It was due in 18 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, the KC-46 Pegasus is already late then.
Boeing jet lining up.
Okay, there's one lining up.
737 is on approach.
Awesome. So we're about to have our first catch today, which is now going to be a Boeing 737 business jet, I think, a BBJ. We'll soon find out. There you go, from the Boeing company. Okay, first impressions about the RIAT. This area is lovely and will increase the area that we're able to go in RIAT, so that's absolutely brilliant. What I am going to wait to see about if it's causing concern is the centre bit. That's where the general public are going to go. So fingers crossed they see enough of those ticket holders signs and don't try to infringe on the enclosure. The Red Arrows are about to depart therefore to go to Shrivenham College for either a display or flight past, but they are due to return later. Rolling. Well, we've just had the just move this a little bit. We've just had the Finnish Air Force F-18C and the Polish Air Force F-16C do their rehearsals. And I have to say, the Polish F-16 was better than at Cosford. Unfortunately, though, the FA-18 was not as good as previous years. There were no high-energy manoeuvres right in front of the crowd, which is what the F-18 is effectively famous for, its angle of attack. So a lot of the action was happening away, to the sides. A lot of fluff, admittedly, but no, I have to say it's
Not the best display from them at all.
no.
No, there was nothing happening in front of the crowd apart from flat passes. That's
Yeah,
not
so-
what you want. You want high energy manoeuvres happening everywhere. And it was happening over the top to down, it was happening over that way, it was happening everywhere apart from crowd centre in front of us. So, not the best.
No, unfortunately, hopefully the second rehearsal later fixes that. Left-hand circuit. Atlas. There is a reason. Well, 2 years ago, we had our last Brie and Cranberry Panini at RIAT, so let's see how this compares. It's a new company. Let's see how it compares.
Sounds like it's a vacuum cleaner if it's got something stuck in the hose. Convenient Spartan's just turned up. That'll look nice in the static.
Yeah, that could have been the other thing. So,
Just go to the pilot. Okay. When you land, flare it through.
it could very well be a case that maintainers showed up, spoke to the pilot said this is why I wrote it up, this is why I wrote it up, and the maintainers looked at the pilot and said, help me come on, that's not a Tuesday, and signed it off. Simple as.
So these are the essentials that you'll need for Totterdown. You'll need a copious amount of cider, because it is Gloucestershire after all, and you'll also need some socking great big lenses. Although having said that, we've managed okay a few years with our 300mm f4 and 1.4 extender, but now we've got, that's Tom's little baby on the end, 500mm attached to D850. This is our good mate Masquerade, Sony 200 to 600 attached to a, gotta get this right, A72? A74 or A74? Nice. See, you can tell I'm useless with Sony, guys. And that is my beloved D500 attached to a 500 5.6. That knocks the socks off most lenses and is half the price of big lenses. So you can get a good bargain. So, good morning, day 3 for us of the Royal International Air 2, but today is day 1 of the show itself. This is Friday, the 18th of July, 2025. And the crowds are just building. We just got through security. And we're just waiting now. It's about, what time is it now, Tom?
It is 18 minutes past 7, so that's 12 minutes to wait.
Awesome.
You should know this one, Jack.
Okay, they've got a quiz. How many gallons can it carry? 20,000?
35 carry.
30,000? Do you know what? I'm going to say 30,000. If I get this wrong, I'm going to look like a massive idiot. Oh, it's 20,000. Oh, I'm an idiot. On the bus now.
I desperately need a haircut.
Absolutely no.
Our haircut was booked for the Thursday, i.e. last night that we were here. So we're like, that was great timing, wasn't it? Heavy people lean this way.
Just reminds me of that mock the week joke. Would all the fat people please move to the back of the plane?
The thing is, well, that wouldn't actually work because it just tipped the plane back. That's why I'm leaning this way to try and counterbalance it.
Yeah, we've got F-15E flanked by 2 F-35As. Also, we've got the C-5A Galaxy.
Got the Valkyrie jet.
And sadly, the aircraft on our right in a moment. Oh, hang on, it is left. Forget where the bus goes. So that's a KC-135R. Unfortunately, it's not 59-1511, which, apart from the fact that that appeared at the first air tattoo held here in 1985, is actually the first aircraft I went on from the United States Air Force. I actually flew on 59-1511.
in April 2023 on an air-to-air sortie to photograph F-35s. So I know what it's like to have been in one of them. That's a Pegasus. Yep, KC-46 Pegasus here. And the two F-35s this year from Lakenheath are from the 495th Fighter Squadron, known as the Valkyries. Hence the, don't know if you could see on there, but the green engine covers. Slovenian C-27J Spartan here. Yep, Slovenian. C295, that's a C-27J W winglets. Yeah, absolutely. C-27. That Galaxy, Super Galaxy rather. Recently started putting winglets on it to aid its fuel consumption, and it's done a good job. I do think I can't think of an aircraft that doesn't suit winglets at the moment. Does anybody have an aircraft that doesn't suit winglets? Oh, I think they would look quite cool, to be honest. Swedish Black Hawk, Bulgarian Caracal. We've got Jet Ranger, NH90, TTH, Vosburg. Nice, isn't it? Yep, from the base at Vosburg.
Nice, very nice. Played with problems though at the beginning of its career. They couldn't go in any grass longer than 6 inches, otherwise the wheels wouldn't
W139.
It would sink, but now they've
Wildcat.
fixed that issue.
Got the Italian contingent over there. Some more static. Merlin, NH90.
When did that Merlin turn up? Was it 2 days ago?
I think so. Yeah, looking good.
Turns out we did get a B1 on the runway, but regrettably not the speed or sound you'd want it. So this is the new section of RIAT. We'll now walk down. God, Stan seems miles away. Thinking, heck. It's amazing.
With that slightly higher shutter speed, make sure you've got that shot there, and especially if it's a jet that you really want to capture, and then when you know you've got that shot, then maybe dial it down and try something a little bit more challenging, a little bit more risky at a lower shutter speed, 180th or maybe even less if you really want a bit of a challenge. Or fast down slow tomorrow. So, give yourself that challenge, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So here we go, 160th of a second gear, starts to bring in a lot more dynamics into the shot. That shutter speed is so important for adding dynamics into your shot. Aircraft, they don't stay stationary in the air unless it's a helicopter in a hover, but generally speaking, aircraft, they're dynamic, they're moving. Let's try and capture some of that action and some of that motion. We can do that best through playing with our shutter speed. The slower you go, obviously the harder it is to keep it in focus. Like Rich said earlier, how many beers you had last night or how much of a good night's sleep you got. Starts with that good pose, how you actually holding that camera. Hold it steady, get a good grip and kind of preempt where that aircraft's going to go. Think about where that aircraft's going.
In terms of planning technique, I've noticed I'm naturally thinking about where I want the shot to be, and that's really important. If you're using a slow shutter speed, if you're panning and you know you want the shot there, so thinking about it ahead, starting there works wonders because you're twisting as you can, right? Elbows in and all that, you know, good steady stance. But if I want the shot there, say we've got some burners going on, and I'm already over here, right, and I'm following it and I'm facing it, by the time I get there, look at my body. You know, I'm already down here and it's already a fight. So repositioning there, because that's the shot I want, and then following it, just makes that so much smoother and so much more natural.
Joint was delivered in November 2013, completed its first operation sortie in May 2014, when straight back on as part of the Operation Shepherd campaign against the so-called Islamic State or Daesh.
Well, it's summer, so that can only mean one thing, cider. It's that time of day now to start some refreshments. We just had steak and onion baguette. Now about to finish this, so cheers. It's like a reward.
On the left-hand side of that centre stem is red 3, floating.
Notice how much later he calls that now ever since the show in Devon.
Let's give the synchro pair ready. A massive round of applause. Wonderful horn in the skies of RIAT. And one of our former engineering officers, Wing Commander Chris, would like to dedicate today's heart to his mum Jo and his sister Annie.
Their time is just one last
So we have on this, it's a Vietnamese duck style with Thai basil. Can't remember all the ingredients, onions. I'm going to try and read the board. Nope, can't read the board from here, but it's got duck. Lots of fresh vegetables, and we're going to dig in now. All right, so you can probably see it's been a warm day today, so here goes. It's pickled cabbage, carrot, cucumber, coriander, duck, obviously, Thai basil. It's blooming well nice, and actually a reasonable price. I mean, look at that in there. It's absolutely packed. Some of it's falling out. It's that packed. So you're not scrimping. Absolutely not, and it's very flavourful. This will do very nicely. This entrance here is where we get in the RIAT enclosure. As you can see, there well, it's the blue entrance. But you would enter through that gate there, and if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, try and get access through here, I wouldn't, because it's patrolled by armed security. Oh, look at the staining on top of that Catalina. Nice. Yep, that's Kempsford Camping. Very busy, just like Totterdown. There's Kempsford, Flyby, Totterdown, Welford. There's quite a few.
There's the E3F Sentry that arrived earlier. Sorry for the shocking camera work, it's a bit bouncy. You wouldn't think that, would you? You wouldn't think it would be bouncy on an airfield that you think's flat, but nope, you can hear it. Nope. There's the finished ute. Ah, yes, that's the right way. Road. There's two F-35s flanking the GOAT, the F-15E. There's Fred, C5, Super Galaxy. Slovenian C-27J Spartan with the lovely winglets. Need to do that. I'm tempted to come in tomorrow and do the static again, mate.
Save it till a bit later.
Yeah,
we've got a flying display.
Yeah, of course. Oh, see, another bump. KC-46A Pegasus. Around the back, KC-135R Stratotanker. Next to a C-21A Learjet. She is. Here's the MC-130J and also B-1B there in the background, which unfortunately has gone tech and regrettably will not be displayed. Sad times. New for 2025 clearly is this collector's item cup, reusable from Tottenham. Now very good for the environment and sustainability purposes, but absolutely useless for me not taking this away and keeping it as a souvenir this year. But you know what, I like this. Incidentally, Ascot Racecourse did this with their cups, and I approve of this. You can either reuse them yourself, exchange them for a fresh one. They will wash these, put them back out for sale, no problem at all. Or you can take them home. I think I know what I'm doing. See? Happy family camping. Look at that. Fair play. Well, this is this morning's setup. We've got the British and Irish Lions against Australia, or rather Australia versus the British and Irish Lions on the radio. We've got the cameras, and we've already had a few displays. Lots of fluff, cotton wool, spluff, whatever you want to call it. From the Finnish F-18, the Italian Typhoon, and also the Danish F-16. But we're looking forward to the next display, which is the JAS 39E Gripen of Saab. And it's very powerful, very dynamic, so looking forward to this one.
have number 3. Slow and low, pulled pork fries. Slow roasted pulled pork, melted cheese, jalapeno, spring onion, sticky barbecue flakes.
Whoosh. See, this is the good thing about Totterdown. There's always a good crack here, but there's also really good food. So it's absolutely fantastic. You've got these two arguing over what to eat. Say hi, chaps.
Hello, chaps. Hello.
Yeah. But yeah, there's always a good crack, always a great atmosphere, and yeah, it's busy but manageable. You got all the people there from Park and View leaving, so they'll be marshalling out. They do a cracking job here, to be fair. Simon and his team can be very proud of what's happened this year, and again, just brilliant. Oh, some kids destroying something there. So here's the pulled pork fries. They've got a lovely garnish on. So let's dig in and see how they taste. So just tried some. It's absolutely scrummy. Pork's lovely cooked.
Cheese stuck to my beard, Jack.
Yep, he's got cheese stuck to his beard. The sauce is absolutely bloody lovely. It's a Jack Daniel's barbecue glaze and just works. Just if you're watching this and you do cooking, just put whiskey or bourbon rather in your barbecue sauce. It makes a hell of a difference, and the garnishes go a really long way. So yeah, top tier food. Again, this will do very nicely for today. It's the end of day 4 of the Royal International Air 2. Highlights today have to be the Danish F-16, the BBMF were fantastic.
Finnish FA-18 putting out
Absolutely.
a heck of a show. And also the Frecce Tricolore for displaying in what were some very tricky cloud conditions, kept going in and out of cloud and did it with their usual pizzazz. So fair play to
they
them.
need a special nod for their performance today. It's difficult conditions. There were scattered clouds lower than the 1,500 to 2,000 foot cloud base that a lot of them had originally been told in the Met briefing. So to do that, they need some kudos. So I'm off to eat this now. I'll catch up with you later. Welcome to RIAT. I'm actually just going to show you. I think it's such a good idea having the showground map actually big, as well as giving you the handouts every day. So what we were referring to earlier, so we've parked outside here in the off base. All this area up to about here was effectively fenced off on Friday, but not anymore. The whole base is open, everything's to see. Let's go. That big, you just can't even at 0.5 magnification get it all in without getting either the barrier or people in the way. But look at this. Apologies for the shaky cam work. All right, gave up on 0.5. We'll just have to do it with 1. Absolutely look at this. C5M Super Galaxy, absolute mammoth, easily not just the biggest thing in the United States Air Force arsenal, but definitely the biggest thing here.
seen that happen for real.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens every now and then.
And there's always, we're part of a site called Fighter Control, and they always have some guy with a scanner going, ooh.
Have you noticed, compared to other fighters, how the HUD heads up display looks so much better? It's so much cooler than any other.
About to climb on board the mammoth C5M Super Galaxy. From the 439th Airlift Wing, United States Air Force Reserve Command. I've been in halls that are not as big as this. Good grief. Absolutely massive. Just keep going on and on and on. This is a video, isn't it? Yep. About to go and get some food now. God, this grass is bumpy. I mean, look at it. There's like, you can actually see there's like a divot. It's not flat, the airfield. There you go, there's another divot. We're about to go and get some food at a very hilariously named restaurant, and you can see it just there. Hyde and Greek. F-18, just coming past there. That's the chicken. That's the pork. We're now just going to go to the undercover area to devour these, and by that I mean literally devour. See those down there. Just a sea of people. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we've been on one of them. Try and find any others that we've been on. As you can tell also we've just had a shower breakout. Might be able to see. Really nice crepe as well. We're eating well today, we're eating well. Aren't we, Tom?
Yeah, we aren't eating any British food. It's
That's
just
a
been
fair
like,
point.
which part of the world are you going to now? We've gone from Greece to France.
We're getting closer. But it's never enough.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wiring.
Zoom in
Not moved down fighting signs, but get the troops dismount and go and do stuff. Yeah, that's all. Hopefully the other
keep some people inside, nice and safe, keeps everything inside.
And also the opposite, so when the door is damaged, so there's no glass and the door opens.
Operational, so we don't have like training and then combat jets. Every jet that we fly is in combat.
Did you get a free renewal sir? No, it'll be tomorrow. Now, the Sunday night tradition here at Totterdown: fish, chips, sausage, curry sauce. Enjoy, Mr. Maskery. Well, it's either a pyramid cloud, an anvil cloud, or we're being invaded by a giant Dorito. That's still pretty cool to see. Perfect end to a perfect weekend. The sun is setting over Totterdown, and myself and Tom have each got a Lynch Hill medium from the Old Stag Cider at Fairford. So, chin chin, bottoms up.
Oh, that's heaven.
Absolutely hits the spot. Good morning, everyone. It's day 6. Which means it's departures day, and it means that the tent that was here has been packed away for another year. Thank you very much to the plot for being a wonderful, wonderful place to stay.
Tell where most of us stood though, in the middle.
Yeah, you can do. Just there. It's been fantastic, and we've done a check. There's nothing left behind. So we, in this most glorious of Cotswold mornings, Cotswold summer mornings, are off to departures. So for another year, thank you very much, Totterdown. On to departures. So here we go, just walking in. No queue this time. No queue, it's good to see. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
You have to show me your blue pass when you get down there.
Absolutely.
Great.
So the ticket system isn't working. Fantastic. It's still an absolutely glorious morning in the Cotswolds. Absolutely stunning. But as I said the other day, on Thursday, wait until you see the difference between Monday morning and Monday afternoon. Cadets over there in the high-vis jackets and the FOD plod. Merlin HM2 just departing. You can hear some fast jet. Could be the Danish. There's vast open space. Scary. Sadly, maybe the last time we'll see that. They're being retired very soon. On lap. Okay, fantastic. One last look at the Antonov on static here for this year. Lovely. Qatar C-17. Right, into RIAT we go. These departures. All those pages, and we're only at 9:20. All these. 12 minutes past 10 to 16 minutes past 10. Lovely stuff. F-15 Strike Eagle and F-35. Pakistan Herc is rolling. Actually,
Try and get some pictures as well, so.
that's all the video you're going to get, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was meant to be 4 bombers here. 2 were coming for the air show, and then 2 more would come this week. Yeah.
Are you ready for your clearance?
It's about right.
Completely embarrassing.
004 after departure, track directed to Highworth, not above altitude 1,500 feet. VFR 46007.
They're pissed. Okay.
Foxtrot Papa 5, on the hold position, but expect when we can get you going, you can pass on a 09 direction. That's for direct 105.
Full squadron.
Nice and low. Very nice.
Lovely.
Little pop. Whee. Oh, nice.
That's how you do it.
And a wing waggle as well.
As he stalks it. There's the rolling of the nose. Awesome. There we go. That was cool.
Go.
Pakistan Air Force, Aviation IL-78 minus, rolling. Airbus A400M Atlas Seagull off on a shot, a short one. Nice note. Photographing this one, unfortunately, so there'll be no video. So this is all you're gonna get from me, I'm afraid. So this idiot forgot to bring the attachment to his camera to attach his phone.
Yeah, so that Antonov AN-74 Kohler, you should have seen it on arrival. Because the engines are placed on the top, so what happens is they have to go
thrust reversers have to go up like that. And then literally it's a case of them going doink. It's the funniest thing to see, it really is.
You don't really expect it. You expect it to be like a clamshell, don't you? Like
Yeah.
a tornado.
It literally comes out the top like doink. It's great.
First of the Jordanian Falcons, but just see thrust reversers were briefly open then. You watch, you won't now. Nope. Don't think he is. Yeah, they're open now. I mean, obviously I can't zoom in any more than that, I'm afraid, but you can hopefully just see.
Jordanian Falcons 4 leaving the RIAT to the southeast.
And they're now closed.
Aber jetzt habe ich auch gefüttert, währenddessen getroffen ist, ich zeige ihn nicht an. Der darf noch hier interessieren.
This is what happens, guys, when a C5 comes to RIAT, and is literally the last to leave. Everyone goes absolutely nuts. Hiding in top row of RIAT. When is it every day you get to see a C5 MC Fidelity? Yeah, turning onto the runway, not going up, Charlie. Or is it Delta now?
So that's it with the C5M Super Galaxy's departure. That brings, for us anyway, and for the vast majority of people, I know there's a B1B still here, I know the Jordanian Herc is still here,
There's a broken Tornado.
I would say Luftwaffe Tornado that's very broken, and the Polish Hercules is still here, but for us, that is it. That is the end of the Royal International Air Tattoo 2025. Tom, a few words on your personal highlight.
Well, it's always an experience, RIAT, that you look forward to every year. It's the one event we look forward to every year in aviation, and sad that it's now done and dusted. My personal highlight was probably the Finnish FA-18,
Yep.
the G91. That was nice to see, a lovely little jet. A poignant ending to the show yesterday with the final UK display of the Danish Air Force F-16. They get retired in a couple of, I believe it's a couple of weeks or months.
Yep, indeed.
They get retired, so that's one thing that it will live in the mind and the memory for a very, very long time. Yeah, loads of things that we really need to reflect on, really.
We actually missed, as it turns out, there was a water cannon salute for Tail in the F-16 after he'd finished. Unfortunately, we were in the car park pretty much when that happened, so we missed that. We had to get back early to begin the prep for packing away, ready to do that today, which we have done prior, as you will have seen. My personal highlight is actually aircraft-wise, probably the F-18, although the Polish F-16 was definitely up there. In fact, that's won an award from RIAT. We vote every year for what we believe was our best display, and the F-16 demo team, Tiger, actually won that. So, as a result, it wasn't just us that thought that was really good. But another highlight is just meeting all the people that you only see really once a year. There's plenty of other photographers like Mark Linham that we only see here. Met up with James Wilkes yesterday. We saw our best mate Geordie from high school. And
I like that he isn't a photographer though, but he's still a really good lad.
It's one of those events where photographers from all over the country, all over the world, converge on a little area in Gloucestershire and Wiltshire, technically, if it's Kempsford, because it is actually in Wiltshire. Just. But it's that beautiful little bit of England that the whole world seems to congregate on, and that's the beauty of the Royal International Air Tattoo. So we're about to file out now and begin the long journey back to Wrexham, slightly later than anticipated, but blame the C5M Super Galaxy for that. So here we go, leaving RIAT, and get ready for the biggest shock you'll see. Remember earlier today, and in fact over the weekend, all those videos of all those aircraft? Well, just wait until we get out of here and turn right. You just wait. Thank you very much.
See you next year.
See you next year, guys. Already in. There we go. Where are all the aircraft? They've gone home.
Not a real typhoon.
Well, yeah.
There's a big one over there and a couple of Hercules.
See? Nothing that way. Absolutely nothing at all. No aircraft. Completely clean taxiway, just as it was on Wednesday. Nothing down that